Most wanted fugitive nabbed in Fort Edward late Tuesday night will soon be going back to Massachusetts. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Lydia Colbita.
And I'm John Gray. Today we got our first real look at Gregory Lewis, the rape suspect who police say went on a cross-country journey of violent crime before his spree ended right here locally in Washington County.
That's where he remains tonight, facing a local judge for the first time, but he won't be in our area for long. News 10 ABC's Amy Cutler explains, determined to keep us up to date on the latest in the case against Gregory Lewis. Amy?
Lydia, that's right. The district attorney says Gregory Lewis will be headed to Massachusetts tomorrow, and that's because he signed this document. It's a copy, but you can see his signature here, and he has waived his right to an extradition hearing. This was Gregory Lewis walking into court. The 26-year-old was one of Massachusetts' most wanted, accused of raping a 13-year-old girl in Southbridge and then going on a cross-country crime spree. It ended Tuesday evening in the village of Fort Edward. Now authorities in Massachusetts want him back, and late this afternoon, Lewis agreed to go, waiving his right to an extradition hearing. Mike McCure was his public defender.
It's what he wanted to do. Absolutely. He understood he understood what was taking place, and he definitely wanted to go back to Massachusetts.
Authorities tell us Lewis beat, raped, and robbed at least 6 women in 6 different states. In the last week, Massachusetts State Police said they believe the 26-year-old was headed back to Southbridge with the intention of killing his initial 13-year-old victim. His alleged crime spree ended when Lewis crashed his SUV into the Hudson River. The 26-year-old faces several charges in New York, but Washington County District Attorney Tony Jordan says the Bay State should go first.
We've got to balance our interests here with those of Massachusetts, which includes a 13-year-old vulnerable victim.
Jordan also points out that Lewis pointed a loaded handgun at this Fort Edward man. Chris Deal says he tried to assist the 26-year-old after the crash. Jordan tells me he spoke to Deal about the extradition.
His concern were for his family and for this girl. Very little concern for himself. I think he really looked at it as, I didn't do anything that no one else would do. And I said, well, you've set in motion an ability for this guy to be accountable for the horrors he's done.
Now, Jordan says depending how things play out in Massachusetts, the other states in which Lewis is alleged to have committed crimes could determine, or could line up rather, to prosecute him next. Live at the Washington County Courthouse, I'm Amy Cutler for News 10 ABC.